Alright, I just wanted to talk to you about something that I had seen about 15 years ago. 15? Yeah, probably about 15 years ago now. And I just heard of it again recently, and I didn't know, and I was surprised that nobody had gone forward in this. Like I said, I always used to watch, it was called, I think it was called Ape Man with Walter Cronkite, not Walking with Cavemen. I've always watched evolutionary shows like that, and I was always really interested in human evolution. But the issue with the aquatic ape, the fact that mankind probably didn't develop on the savanna of Africa, probably more like swamps and you know big vast tracts of wetland that humans evolved in for the reason for us standing upright, and the fact that we lost all of our hair. Because if you think about it, even though we've had an ice age and everything, and well, that human beings are still a tropical ape. And it's amazing that we can live in these northern climates, but the transition of how we became hairless, um, how even when infants, if they hit the water, immediately they hold their breath, um, and that our body functions actually change when we're in water. I think there's a great case for the aquatic ape, and the fact that it's just being silenced, and that it's put in the realm of crazy. And there was one really big proponent of it. I forget her name. And she said, well, what about the elephants and the other pachyderms? They've all lost their hair. I mean, they probably had an aquatic ancestry too, and everybody laughed. But now, um, years later, everybody accepts that there was an aquatic period for elephants and all the pachyderms. Um, we see this in most mammals. I mean, I think the only exception would be like otters. Went from land to water and they didn't lose their fur. But pretty much every other mammal has. Um, it's a real interesting theory, and I think that she makes a better point. And not just this one particular woman, but many people who argue the aquatic ape theory, it seems like really valid, rational stuff, and I don't see why it's being embraced. Um, it's probably because people have come to see the adaptation of man as being a really violent and brutal thing. We've got to get away from the predators, and it just seems very strange that that there's been this emphasis on this brutal background. Well, us becoming human might have been more of a maternal thing, more of a caring thing, more of a catastrophic environment, but not a real vicious one that we see on the African plains today, because we know the climate was different back then. We can even test the pollen and everything like that that's buried in the soil and see it wasn't savanna. So it seems strange why they keep up the whole savanna thing, the savanna theory of man. And it's just a really interesting thing, and I think it is the explanation for why we are this hairless ape that we are today. So I don't know. I would encourage everybody to check out. Just type in aquatic ape into the YouTube search engine or into Google and to see what it says, because it makes a lot more sense than the African savanna theory. And it's funny because this theory has been out there. I mean, it's 15 years since I heard of it, but I think it first came out in the 1970s. So I just wanted to bring that up, tell everybody to check it out if you can. Peace.